How's it going? This is Josh. Today we're going to be working using the distance formula for line segments on a coordinate plane. All right, let me draw a coordinate plane here, and then let's draw in a line. I'm just going to draw it from here to here. All right. Now, what the book is going to do is it's going to give you ordered pairs, have you use the formula, do all this math, and come up with an answer. Other books are going to show a shortcut. So I kind of want to talk through both. Usually using the formula is just the better way to go. But if you can make a triangle or do something else that's a little quicker, then go for it. Because there's other properties that you can tie into these now that you're kind of getting up there with all this stuff that you're learning. So the formula for distance, I'll just write the distance formula over here, is the, you know what, I'm gonna need some space for this guy because it's kind of grande. I'm gonna start way over here. The distance formula is the square root of x sub 2 minus x sub 1 squared plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 squared. Now it looks really technical, I know, but when it comes down to it, you're just plugging in information and cranking through this thing using a calculator. Let's say this ordered pair is 1, 3, and we'll say this guy is 1, 2, 3. We'll say it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll say 6. How about 4, 6? Okay. Now we need to take care of business. So let's start plugging in all these values. I always recommend that you label these x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. I recommend you label them just because it helps me make sure I'm matching things up in the right part of the formula. And this formula, you know, it seems kind of big, but trust me, you're going to be dealing with much bigger formulas than this as you do more math. And so give yourself the ability to do these right the first time. Let's see here. Let's plug in all these values. We have x sub 2 is a 4 minus x sub 1 is a 1, and that's squared, plus y sub 2 is a 6 minus y sub 1 is a 3 squared. All right, now I got to remember to square root this whole thing at the end. So let me work through these first, and then I'll do the final shabam to this whole thing and see what we get. 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 squared is 9. 6 minus 3 is 3. 3 squared is 9. So 9 plus 9 is 18. Okay, I went a little bit fast. 4 minus 1 is 3. The squared sign just comes down, right? 3 squared is 9. 6 minus 3 is 3, but then it's 3 squared, so I got a 9. That's how I got this part. All right, I'm going kind of quick, but again, if you're at this level, you should know what I'm doing with these basic adding and subtracting parts. So I add these two together and I get an 18. Now, when I'm doing the midpoint formula, I do need an x value and a y value because I'm dealing with an ordered pair that I need to come up with as a solution. But when I'm doing this is a distance. So I only need one actual answer. I have my square root sign, and then from there, it's all about the calculator. So let's plug it in and see what we get. Square root of 18 is about 4.24. So it's just a little bit over 4. So when it comes to the actual distance of this line right here, okay, we're saying it's about 4.24. Okay, there's a little bit extra on top of that. Now, another way you could do this, which some books show you and other books don't, is, couldn't I make this thing into a triangle? Yeah, I probably could. Now, if you're drawing this on graph paper, it's really easy, or I think it's a lot easier to see the triangles versus if you're just given some random line segment on a graph without lines around it. But I can make this into a right triangle. And hopefully you remember that when you have right triangles, okay, I know the distances of these lengths here because I have ordered pairs. I can use this length and figure out this length with this little thing called the Pythagorean theorem. I can do a squared plus b squared to get c squared. And if I work through the problem that same using the Pythagorean theorem, if I square this side plus this squared side, equal those, add those together and then square root it, I'm gonna end up with about 4.24. It's a great way to get through these problems. But sometimes it's hard to really see that. And if you're not given the ability to like really check this out, or if these are decimals or fractions or something, it's probably in your best interest to just use this. All right? But post questions, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.